The 2010 Suzuki SV650SA ABS. When people say Suzuki sport bikes, they usually think at the famous GSX-R series, and no matter what, they usually end up talking about the Hayabusa model. But the SV650SA ABS is one very good example that there are also other sports bikes made by the Japanese manufacturer, and we can say they're quite good. This precise model carries on as a 2010 model with color scheme changes and standard ABS, but the interesting part about it is that, although being powered by a mid-sized V-twin, it competes with 4-cylinder bikes. Let's see what more. Introduction. Middleweight sport bikes are known for their responsive handling, and the SV650SA ABS is engineered to set the standards in its class. With its light and rigid aluminum alloy truss frame and technically advanced suspension system, it invites you to carve up the canyon roads with complete confidence. Starting with the 2007 model year, Suzuki considered that it would be more than appropriate for them to offer the middleweight standard-style SV650S featuring an ABS system. The idea immediately became reality, and the SV650 ABS soon hit the streets. Now, the 2010 Suzuki SV650SA ABS incorporates those same bulletproof features and offers that same equal balance between performance and handling, but in a safer way. Speaking of performance, the bike relies on the now consecrated SV645cc V-twin to make it competitive even in comparison with 4-cylinder sport tourers. Its engine develops 72.5 horsepower and 65 Nm. History. Suzuki launched the first SV650 in 1999 as an entry-level naked motorcycle. For the retail price of $5,999, the bike offered great handling and sufficient power through the RPM range. It was the result of strong development concerning both chassis and engine borrowed from the TL1000S. Combining lightweight, rigid chassis, strong handling, and a 90-degree V-twin producing strong mid-range torque, the SV650 addressed to beginners or experienced riders who needed a fast and cheap mean of transportation. North America saw the first SV650 in two colors, red and blue, but only without the fairing. The Suzuki SV650S, though, was present in Europe along with the naked version. The new millennium caught the Suzuki SV650 basically unchanged, but Suzuki took care to black coat the wheels and to add a new black paint job to match with them. In 2003, the Suzuki SV650 lined up with the SV1000, the bike's bigger brother and successor of the TL1000, and was introduced as a new, totally redesigned naked bike. It featured a new aluminum frame, similar to the one found on the SV1000, and the engine delivered the same output even though the carburetors were replaced by an electronic fuel injection system implementing Suzuki Dual Throttle Valve System (SDTV) and Auto Fast Idle System (AFIS). Also new, was the instrument panel with the central rev counter, the window with liquid crystals for speed, mileages, engine temperature, clock, and the indicator of reserve. The bike's sharp new appearance really made it stand out, but no matter what Suzuki had in mind, every model would have to remind of the old one and be similar to the bigger brother. In 2004, the SV650's passengers could enjoy the bike's comfort increase, given by the lowered subframe. It also featured a more compact rear fender and, like most of the 04 Suzuki models, the SV650 presented only the classic Suzuki S logo on the fuel tank. Paint options were blue, black, or yellow. The 2005 SV650 saw a couple of minor changes. It was equipped with a meter visor that was color-matched with the body parts, and its center part was composed from a smoke-cleared shield. This made a new cockpit area. Also, the front brake cylinder head got a new style. The radiator was redesigned and it was now 40 mm narrower than on earlier models. Some color changes were also present as the main frame, swingarm and the wheels were changed from silver to black for a sportier image. From 2007, both SV650 and SV650S models arrived with available ABS version and twin spark plugs for reduced emissions. 2008 brought the fully faired SV650SF and SV650SF ABS. Blue and gray are the color schemes that marked this model year, although the ABS model only features the gray scheme. Nothing changed in 2009. Competition. From the CBF600, Honda derived the CBF600S model, which promises to be a very strong competitor for the new SV650SA ABS because it has an engine taken right off the CBR600RR. The Honda CBF600S has a lightened and reduced in size engine as a result of the 2007 revision of the Honda CBR600RR, which also reflected on the half-faired model. The difference is that this is tuned for stronger low and mid-range pull. The Hornet was the inspiration source for the chassis, and the innovative mono backbone frame has been adapted to the more relaxed riding position of the new Honda CBF600S, Suzuki SV650 SA's strongest competitor. The half fairing is now sleeker and lighter. Yamaha relies on its 2009 multi-purpose, go-anywhere do-anything middleweight bike, the FZ6, a machine that is just as happy taking you to work for a brisk sport ride or on a weekend tour. A strong competitor for the Honda and Suzuki alike, the FZ6 is ready to test its abilities against the best in the business. Like the CBF600S and different from the SV650SF, the 2009 Yamaha FZ6 doesn't feature a full fairing, even though its bigger sibling, the FZ1, got one ever since 2007. Exterior. The North American market saw a series of changes coming from the Suzuki SV650. It was first introduced as a naked bike, then there was the half fairing adding, and for 2008 it featured a full fairing and it was named SV650SF. It's like Suzuki anticipated what customers were expecting and delivered the ideal product dressed nicely and aggressively. Now, the sleek fairing of the 2010 Suzuki SV650SA ABS features dual 60/55W headlights with running lights and folding mirrors, while the frame, swingarm, and wheels are black painted for a sportier look. Suzuki made sure that their new SV would receive the proper final touch by offering the white or black color options. This completes the overall visual aspect of this sport bike and creates a nice contrast, in the case of white, with the black painted elements that I previously mentioned. The fact that the SV650SA ABS isn't inspired by the GSX-R series makes it unique in Suzuki's lineup. This model is nothing about races and it will never be. Press reviews. The bike felt light and nimble and made negotiating sharp curves effortless and fun. Accelerating out of corners with the engine spinning approximately 7,000 revolutions per minute delivers enough power to lighten the front wheel. The firm, predictable front brakes plant the tire firmly back on the pavement. Sportrider. Forget fancy cycle parts, instead the Suzuki SV650 has a super light feel, accurate steering and assured suspension and brakes. Tour by all means, it's plush enough, but the Suzuki SV650 revels in thrashing through the twisties, too. 6-footers may find an SV650 a little cramped. MCN. When all things are considered, the SV650 is not only a great-looking bike but also a really fun one to ride. This bike offers a great alternative for those that are too self-conscious to start on a 250cc or 500cc motorcycle, or those that simply have had lots of two-wheeled dirt experience and want to move onto the street. Best beginner motorcycles. Conclusion. The SV650SA ABS offers an equal measure of V-twin excitement, starting with the liquid-cooled, fuel-injected engine that boasts a wide powerband with crisp throttle response and strong acceleration in every gear. What's more, its 90-degree V-twin design offers perfect primary balance, which results in smooth performance and comfortable open road riding. Everything is nicely dressed with a full fairing, and the bike does promise to sell given to its unique style. And with anti-lock braking system now standard, the 2010 Suzuki SV650SA ABS is a complete package for demanding riders to benefit of. Specifications. Engine and transmission. Type 645 cc 39.4 cu. In 4-stroke liquid-cooled DOHC 90-degree V-twin. Bore X-stroke 81.0 mm 3.189 in by 62.6 mm 2.465 in. Compression ratio 11.5:1. Fuel system fuel injection. Ignition electronic ignition transistorized. Lubrication wet sump. Starter electric. Transmission 6-speed constant mesh. Final drive DID 525 V8 114 links. Chassis and dimensions. Suspension front telescopic coil spring oil damped suspension rear link type coil spring oil damped brakes front disc brake twin brakes rear disc brake tires front 120/60 ZR17M C 55W tubeless tires rear 160/60 ZR17M C 69W tubeless wheelbase 1470 mm 57.9 in ground clearance 155 mm 6.1 in overall length 2120 mm 83.5 in overall width 730 mm 28.7 in seat height 800 mm 31.5 in curb weight 203 kilograms 445 pounds fuel tank capacity 17.0 L 4.5 3.7 US imp gal. Warranty 12-month unlimited mileage limited warranty features and benefits. Key features. Anti-lock braking system ABS monitors brake level input and wheel speed, and matches stopping power to available traction 645 cc, liquid-cooled, DOHC, 4-valve per cylinder, 90-degree V-twin engine tuned to deliver broad power band and crisp throttle response with class-leading power and torque. High-quality engine components include cast aluminum alloy pistons shaped to minimize reciprocating weight and shot-peened chrome moly steel connecting rods. Downdraft, straight port cylinder head and compact 11.6:1 compression ratio combustion chamber for efficient combustion. Innovative Suzuki dual throttle valve (SDTV) digital fuel injection system, featuring a secondary butterfly valve in each 39 mm throttle body, results in more seamless, linear throttle response along with increased torque at low to mid RPM range. Auto fast idle system contributes easy engine start. Suzuki pulsed secondary air injection (PAIR) system further reduces exhaust emissions. Large 8.5-liter airbox with free-flowing, flat, pleated element air filter, efficient muffler and air-cooled oil cooler support the engine's high performance. Aluminum alloy truss frames main sections are each made as a single, precision die casting using high vacuum molding technology resulting in a sophisticated and highly efficient design. 41 mm stanchion tube front forks and progressive link rear suspension both have adjustable spring preload. Front 120/60 ZR17 and rear 160/60 ZR17 radial tires. Dual 290 mm floating disc front brakes and 220 mm rear disc brake give excellent stopping power. Comfortable riding position with short reach to clip-on handlebars and modest 800 mm seat height. Sleek half fairing mounted above the radiator to allow clear view of the truss frame and the V-twin engine with efficient aerodynamics. Black-colored mainframe, swingarm and front-rear wheels for a modern appearance. Compact and functional instrument cluster with analog tachometer above liquid crystal display for speedometer, odometer, trip meter, coolant temperature gauge, oil pressure warning indicator and clock. Practical features include passenger grab bar, luggage tie-down hooks, large underseat storage compartment and 17.0-liter fuel tank. Dual multi-reflector halogen headlights and LED taillight laid out in 2 vertical strips. Engine features. 90-degree V-twin cylinder layout eliminates primary vibration without a counterbalancer, keeping the engine simple and compact. Compact 645 cc, 90-degree liquid-cooled V-twin, DOHC 8-valve engine tuned for strong low to mid RPM power. Electronic fuel injection system featuring the Suzuki dual throttle valve system (SDTV) maintains optimum air velocity in the intake tract for smooth low to mid RPM throttle response and high torque output. Includes auto fast idle system (AFIS). High-capacity liquid cooling system enhances engine performance and durability. Coolant routing is integrated with the clutch cover and engine case for a cleaner look and reduced weight. Lightweight 2-in-1 exhaust system tuned for strong low and mid-range torque. Lightweight chain-driven DOHC, shim under bucket valve system with 31 mm intake valves and 25.5 mm exhaust valves. Plastic outer clutch cover and engine sprocket cover for reduced weight and noise. Smooth shifting 6-speed transmission with vertically staggered transmission shafts for a shorter, more compact crankcase. Twin spark plug cylinder heads for optimum combustion and reduced emissions. Chassis features: 41 mm front fork with 130 mm of wheel travel provides a smooth, compliant ride. Anti-lock braking system (ABS) for maximum braking performance in wet riding conditions. Black painted frame, swingarm, and wheels for more sport appearance. Box section aluminum swingarm is lightweight with high torsional rigidity. Compact instrument cluster includes analog tach, LCD speedometer, odometer, trip meters, and temperature gauge plus LCD clock and low fuel warning light. Hinged fuel tank swings up for easy access to the airbox and throttle bodies. Large under-seat storage area, passenger grab bar and tie-down hooks. Link-type single-shock rear suspension with 7-way adjustable preload. Narrow, lightweight aluminum truss-style frame constructed with high-vacuum die-cast process for more consistent strength and fewer individual welded sections. Powerful ABS-assisted dual hydraulic disc front brakes with 290 mm floating rotors and adjustable brake lever position. Single-disc rear brake with 240 mm rotor. Sleek fairing features dual 60/55W headlights with running lights and folding mirrors. Slim 17.0 L 3.7 imp gal fuel tank with low fuel warning light. Steeply angled tail section houses unique vertically styled, high-visibility LED taillight and compact rear fender. Wide radial tires mounted on lightweight, 3-spoke cast aluminum wheels.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.